Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's topic dives deep into something rarely talked about: how narcissists use intimacy as one of their most powerful weapons. This isn't about sex, it's about control. What happens behind closed doors reveals exactly how a narcissist operates. It's psychological, emotional, and spiritual manipulation disguised as closeness. Narcissists don't see intimacy as connection. They see it as leverage. To them, affection is a transaction, a tool to bind, confuse, and control you. What looks like love is actually emotional programming. Today, we're breaking down 10 shocking ways they do this, and how to recognize the patterns before they destroy your peace. They mirror your desires. In the beginning, a narcissist becomes everything you've ever wanted. They study your likes, your fantasies, your emotional triggers, and then they mirror them perfectly. You think you've met your soulmate, but it's not love, it's data collection. They use your vulnerability to create attachment faster than trust can form. That intense early chemistry, it's not destiny, it's design. They're building dependence. You start associating them with emotional fulfillment, which makes it nearly impossible to detach later. The very thing that drew you in becomes the trap that holds you. 2. They use intimacy as reward and punishment. Once you're hooked, the narcissist changes the rules. Affection becomes conditional. They withhold closeness to make you chase it, then give it back to reward obedience. It's not about love anymore, it's about dominance through inconsistency. You start thinking you've done something wrong every time they pull away. That's how they train you. They make you work for approval that should be freely given. You become addicted to the high of their attention, and that's exactly what they want. 3. They turn affection into validation. To a narcissist, affection is currency. Every moment of closeness is a test to measure how much power they still have. They want to see if you'll still please them, comfort them, worship them, even when they've hurt you. They crave control more than connection. So when you try to express emotional needs, they twist it. Suddenly, you're the needy one. They make you believe love means ignoring your own needs to meet theirs. That's not love, that's emotional slavery. 4. They create chaos to deepen attachment. Narcissists understand something dark about human psychology, that chaos can create bonding. After an argument or a fight, they suddenly become affectionate again. That emotional roller coaster creates confusion your brain mistakes for passion. You start associating relief with love. That's how trauma bonds form. The cycle of pain and comfort becomes addictive. They're not just manipulating your emotions, they're rewiring your nervous system to crave their approval. 5. They weaponize vulnerability. During moments of closeness, you open up, you share secrets, fears, insecurities, and they listen, not to understand but to gather ammunition. Every confession becomes a tool they'll use against you later. When arguments happen, they bring up those secrets to shame or control you. What you thought was intimacy becomes emotional blackmail. This is how narcissists ensure power, by turning trust into a trap. 6. They perform, not connect. With narcissists, intimacy often feels theatrical. There's passion, but not presence. It's like they're playing a role, because they are. Every gesture, every word, every touch is designed to reinforce their image as the perfect partner. They crave admiration, not closeness. You might notice they seem more interested in how they look or how impressive they seem, rather than how you feel. It's not about connection, it's about performance. 7. They copy your emotional language. In the early phase, they'll mirror how you express affection, using your own words and energy to make you feel deeply seen. It feels magical at first, but soon you'll notice it's hollow. They're mimicking empathy, not feeling it. True empathy requires humility. Narcissists lack that, so their emotional language feels mechanical, like reading from a script. Once the mask slips, the coldness underneath shocks you. The empathy you thought was real was just imitation. 8. They twist intimacy into obligation. Narcissists use closeness to create debt. They'll say things like, "After everything I've done for you," or "You owe me loyalty." They treat affection as a contract you must honor, even when they disrespect you. You end up feeling guilty for setting boundaries, like you're betraying them. That guilt is their control mechanism. They twist love into obligation, ensuring you give more than you receive every single time. 9. They use jealousy as a control tool. Narcissists want your loyalty, but not your peace. They'll make you jealous on purpose. Talk about others, flirt, or withdraw attention, just to watch your reaction. They feed on your insecurity, because it reassures them that they still have power. Then they'll calm you down with affection, acting like they're the stable one. It's manipulation through emotional whiplash. They control both the chaos and the comfort, and that's how they keep you emotionally dependent. 10. They redefine love as control. To a narcissist, love equals ownership. They believe that once you've given your heart, your loyalty belongs to them forever. They might say things like, "No one will love you like I do." And they're right, because what they call love isn't love at all. Real love respects freedom. Narcissistic love demands submission. They can't handle equality, so they turn intimacy into a battlefield, one where they must always win. But the moment you stop fighting, they lose their grip entirely. When you finally walk away, they panic. They might try to lure you back with charm or guilt. They'll promise change, say they've found God, or act like victims, but it's just another performance, a desperate attempt to reclaim control. The truth is, narcissists don't want you. They want your energy. When you stop giving it, they look for new supply. That's not your loss. That's your liberation. The silence you give them is the only truth they can't manipulate. Healing from this kind of manipulation takes time. You'll replay moments in your head, question your worth, wonder if it was your fault. It wasn't. Narcissists manipulate everyone who believes love should heal. But love isn't supposed to hurt to prove itself. You'll start realizing that peace feels strange at first. You're used to chaos disguised as passion. But slowly, peace becomes addictive. You'll learn that quiet nights and genuine connection are worth more than drama and illusion. Narcissists can imitate almost anything: charm, kindness, even vulnerability, but they can't fake genuine peace. That's how you win, by choosing calm over confusion, clarity over chaos, and self-respect over approval. You'll begin to rebuild your confidence, piece by piece. You'll learn to recognize the difference between affection and manipulation. Your intuition, the same one they taught you to doubt, becomes your strongest guide again. One day you'll look back and see how everything they used to control you, your kindness, your empathy, your warmth, became your power. You didn't lose those things, you reclaimed them. Healing means realizing that intimacy isn't supposed to be transactional. It's supposed to be mutual, gentle, and safe. You'll stop confusing tension with chemistry and control with care. When you stop reacting, the narcissist loses oxygen. They'll try harder, then give up. Their silence isn't peace, it's defeat. But your silence? That's strength. It means you've learned the one lesson they never could. Love doesn't demand control. You'll begin to see how their manipulation was never personal. It wasn't about who you are, it's about who they aren't. They can't love deeply because they fear being exposed. Your depth reminds them of what they lack. Forgiveness doesn't mean letting them back in. It means letting go of their power over you. When you release resentment, you stop carrying the weight of their illusion. That's how healing turns pain into peace. True recovery is quiet. It's not about proving you've moved on. It's about no longer needing validation. You won't need to post about your peace. You'll be living it. The narcissist may try to return one last time. They'll test if the door's still open, but by then you'll realize something powerful. You don't owe them access, explanation, or empathy. You owe yourself safety. The new you is calm, aware, and unshakable. You recognize manipulation before it starts. You no longer mistake control for love. You know your peace is sacred, and not everyone deserves it. Every time you choose stillness over reaction, you rewrite your story. Every time you walk away instead of explaining, you reclaim your voice. You become everything they tried to convince you you'd never be whole, grounded, and free. You'll attract differently now. People who value presence, not performance. People who love quietly, not competitively. That's what real connection feels like, safety disguised as simplicity. Remember, narcissists never destroy your capacity to love. They expose who doesn't deserve it. You were never the problem. Your empathy was just misplaced. And once you learn that lesson, you stop being a target forever. You stop attracting chaos, because chaos no longer feels familiar. You've reset your definition of love, and that's your ultimate freedom. If you've survived a narcissist who used intimacy to manipulate you, take a deep breath. You've already won. You walked through illusion and came out with truth. You found clarity in confusion, and that's strength few people ever reach. Healing isn't about becoming hard. It's about becoming wise. You can keep your softness without sacrificing your safety. You can still love deeply, just not blindly. The narcissist's greatest fear is the person who sees them clearly. You are that person now. You don't need to expose them. Your peace exposes everything. You'll realize that love isn't something you beg for or prove. It's something that flows freely when it's real. Anything that demands your silence or self-betrayal isn't love, it's control. Narcissists use intimacy to bind. You use truth to break free. That's the difference between illusion and liberation. You've seen both sides now, and you've chosen light. Don't rush healing. Take time to feel safe in your own skin again. The right people will never require you to shrink. They'll meet you where peace lives, not where chaos hides. Every boundary you set now is sacred. Every no becomes a yes to your own peace. You no longer chase understanding. You choose clarity. That's emotional maturity. Someday, you'll thank yourself for walking away. Because the love you were giving to the wrong person, you're now giving to yourself. And that's the most powerful intimacy there is. So, if you're watching this and still caught in that cycle, remember, what they call love is just control in disguise. You're not crazy. You're waking up, and once you see the pattern, it can never own you again. In the end, narcissists don't fear exposure. They fear the day you realize your worth, because once you stop participating in their illusion, it all falls apart. That's not destruction, that's freedom. And it starts the moment you choose peace.